What's up, everybody? Tendo here, and with me I've got nobody because I'm all alone in the world. Hannah had better things to do today than go thrifting with me, and Patrick, well, who knows where that guy is. But I went thrifting by myself, and I bought a bunch of video games. I got a really random stack of games, actually. There's some really random stuff here. I'm very excited about it, so check this out.
I wonder how many of my videos start with this specific Goodwill. It's the closest Goodwill to my house, so it's always the easiest to start at. So today, I started here, and there were some things in the lockbox that were a little bit interesting, but nothing crazy. You know what? This Goodwill has taken putting every video game that it gets in the lockbox, and I know why. I've found several games that I wanted to buy in the back of the store tossed on the floor without their games in them. I would say the last 2 or 3 videos that I've made where I've went to this Goodwill, that has been the case. I've found games that have been broken into and stolen. And it's really a bummer because ever since I've noticed that this Goodwill was putting all of the games in the lockbox, I haven't really found much here at all. So today kind of feels no different. So I'm just checking the rest of the store, trying to make this trip not entirely a waste. Here's a grumpy Snow White, grumpy coffee cup. Kind of thought Hannah would have liked that, but she's not with me today, so I don't know. Rip coffee, rip mug, rip Hannah's mugs. She's got a lot of coffee mugs, like a cabinet full for no reason. She doesn't use any of them. She just likes them, which I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on her. I have 1,000 video games I'll never play because there's like 50 of them I'll actually play. So she's not the only one with a problem. Is what I'm saying. But I checked the regular section here for games that I don't have, and there was some Lego games for the Wii, and then I found this sports game, which is one I don't have for the Wii, and I want that complete collection, so I am going to go ahead and buy it. But that's all I got off the rack, and I decided to go ahead and buy one of these games out of the lockbox. It's a game I already have, but it is in bad condition and missing its manual, so I figured I'd go ahead and buy this one if the price was right and it was in good condition and the manual was there. And then the lady who let me into the lockbox, she also talked me into getting another game that was in here. And she talked me into getting it because she said, all these games here with the blue stickers are $1. And I get a little mixed up because on Thursdays here, some sticker colors are half off and then certain ones are $1. So it turns out these blue stickers are all $1. And of course, I have all of them, but one of them is a Wii Fit. So I said, yeah, go ahead and give me that Wii Fit there. I'll take that Wii Fit. And then I continued to tell her for the next 20 minutes how much I love Wii Fit and how it rules my life and stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't tell her that, but I did buy the Wii Fit, and I did buy this Xbox game. This next stop has been under construction for what seems like forever, but it looks like they're almost done. They're waiting for their new sign to be installed, and I'm very excited to go in here because it's one Goodwill that I frequent quite a bit, but I haven't been in here in a few weeks. I didn't get to go in here while we were away for the last week, and I probably wasn't in here for at least the week before that. But right off the bat, there's just all these Blu-rays. Now, I know there's some Blu-ray collectors that watch, and some of you guys might be happy to see this, and I kind of was. I thought I might buy a few, but they were all documentaries. And don't get me wrong, I like documentaries, but there was nothing really there piquing my interest. But I really thought that was interesting. Someone donated, just the documentary portion of their Blu-ray collection. They're like, no, I don't need these. That was really interesting. Never seen that before. The lockbox here is usually where it's at. That last Goodwill I went to, I always complain about it. There's never anything there when they put it in the lockbox. But this one, there's usually some great games in the lockbox, but this one was cleared out. There was a couple Wii's in here, which interestingly had aftermarket GameCube controllers with them. I don't see that too often. But there's really nothing in the lockbox. I had the guy working let me look at one game, and it was just super overpriced. And there was also a $20 Game Boy Advanced in here that was missing its back cover, and there's just no telling whether or not it worked. So I passed up on that too. Maybe I'll swing back by there on half off Saturday and see if that Game Boy's still there. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. I kind of struck out at the last store, and I felt like I was going to do the same at this one. So I took my obligatory trip around the store just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. And to be honest, I really didn't miss anything. There's the usual Wii boards here, the usual aftermarket controllers that I tend to throw, I guess, around the store. And then, just lots of electronics. That's a record player right there. And that right there, I believe, is for a stenographer machine. So that's interesting. And then there were some Star Wars figures that I missed the first time around the media section, and they were pretty cool. They were priced all right, but I'm really not trying to find something else to collect right now. So being as I haven't found anything in this store, I'm going to do what I usually do at this point and go find the hidden video games, the ones that are on the shelf tucked in between DVDs that are just hard to see. That means I've got to go through these one by one by one, which, you know, if you're really into game collecting as I am, that's what you should do. But of course, I don't always have time to go to every single Goodwill and go through every game one by one by one. But today I do, because I'm all alone, Hannah's at work, and I've just got the time to do it. So I spent quite a bit of time going through these. I didn't open every case, which some people will do. Those people, I envy their patience. But I did find this Surf's Up game, but it had Sonic in it. And of course, if I can find either the Surf's Up game or the Sonic case, I would like to buy both. But if not, I'm going to buy this one the way it is. And I kept looking, and I just kept finding more GameCube games. So it's a good thing I had the time today to search through all of these, because I'm going to end up going home with a handful of GameCube games. There was some more stuff in here, PlayStation 2, SOCOM. There's lots of little things that I just kind of ran right past, because they're either things that I already have or don't have any need for. The first two GameCube games I found weren't super special. I mean, I'm happy to have them nonetheless, but I was really surprised when I found this next one. Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles on the GameCube. So excited. I've seen this game in the game store a few times at a nice normal price that I just don't want to pay. But I'm going to pay a couple dollars for it here at the thrift store, and I'm very happy about it. And the GameCube fun didn't stop. I ended up finding a SpongeBob GameCube game as well. Of course, it was in a GameStop case, but I'm going to buy it nonetheless. Also, I crack up every time I see this. Farming Simulator. They even have remade these games for the Switch. You can get you a Farming Simulator for the Switch, or for the PC if you like the one that I just found. But why not just play Minecraft? You can do just as much farming in Minecraft. Play Minecraft, people. The last stop of the day is a Goodwill that is a little further down the road, but it's one that I've had good luck with recently, and today it is no different. Look at all this stuff in the lockbox. There's PlayStation 1 games, Pokemon VHS. Of course, the VHS is one that I already have. There's an SSX game there that I don't have. There's so much in here. And then look at this bottom row. Stacks on stacks on stacks, and none of it was organized very well. But I stood here for a while waiting for someone to help me, because this store was just busy, super busy. But like I said, I had the time today. I had no problem waiting. The workers were all very apologetic that I had to stand there waiting. I was like, hey guys, I'm in no hurry. And sure enough, finally the manager came around to actually help me herself. And she was even more apologetic about how messy this cabinet was. I was like, hey, there's no problem here. Just let me see everything that's in here. I'm going to go through them real quick, and I'm just going to stack up the stuff I want. She's like, you got it. And over the course of the next 15 minutes or so, I went through every single one of these games. I stacked the ones that I know I don't have up in a pile, and then I said, you can put these back. And then I went through the ones that I did set aside and made sure they were all complete and in the right cases, et cetera, et cetera. And I ended up leaving with a really big stack. One of the bigger stacks I've left from a single Goodwill with in quite some time. But just look at this stuff, man. These PlayStation 1 games, there ended up being 2 games in that stack that were actually $1 because they've just been sitting there too long. Here they are, Asteroids and Pitfall 3D. I'm so happy I went to this Goodwill, and I almost didn't. I almost went a different direction, to a different Goodwill. But I came here today, and I scored big.
All right, guys, we're back in the game room, and I just can't stress enough how random this selection of games is. There's some GameCube in here, some Wii, some PlayStation 2. I've got a much larger than usual stack of both PlayStation 1 and N64 cartridges. Normally, if I leave with any of these at all from a thrift store, it's like one. And then the stuff that's actually in here is super random, right? Like these Katamari games. Please comment below if you know anything about these, okay? I mean, I'll look them up eventually, but here's a little secret into what actually happens here. I'm a little bit behind on certain things, so whenever you watch a video today, I'm probably processing the games, and by processing I mean taking the stickers off, filing them into my shelves. I'm probably like 10 videos behind. It's not necessarily that I'm behind, I'm just shuttered. I mean, I do this so much, I can't do processing every day, though I do go thrifting about every day, so I'm always just a little bit behind. So I'll look these up eventually, but feel free to comment for now if you know anything about these Katamari games. Katamari Damacy, probably saying that wrong. And then We Love Katamari. I've never seen these before. I want to say they look generic, but I don't think that's what it is. I think like they just have a very specific style, artwork style, and it looks cool. It kind of looks like one of those games. I've seen this kind of thing before where you roll around as a giant ball and you collect what you run over. I really don't know. Do comment below. But these are probably the things I'm most interested to figure out that I bought today, though not necessarily my favorite thing I bought today. You'll see a couple things in here that I think are pretty wild. Let's just go through the rest of this random stuff. Super Bust-A-Move. Weird. Look at that baby. Kind of looks like Patrick. Alice in Wonderland for the Wii. And then Wii Fit. I was going to say this for last. You know how I like my Wii Fit. I got this one for $1. So I can't leave behind a Wii Fit when it's just $1 for sure. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. I already had this, but it was in rough shape, the one that I have, and it didn't have the manual, so I've got her complete now. Madden 13 for the Wii. Kim Possible, What's the Switch? The guy that checked me out at the Goodwill was very excited about this game. The Mark of Cree, another game that kind of looks generic. I mean, look at the back of this. Is it Cree or Cry? I don't know. We'd have to Google it. Just when I thought I had all the Wii Star Wars games, I find another one. Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Republic Heroes. And then this, I didn't actually realize what it was until I got home. I was so surprised. It's Mech Assault 2, Lone Wolf. If there's anything in this whole stack of games that I'll probably play this week, it'll be this. Because not too long ago, I got the first one of these, the first Mech Assault game. And I love giant fighting robots. It's just one of my favorite things. Gundam. Love some Gundam. And then, a little bit later on, because I didn't have the manual to that game, a viewer, one of you guys, observed that I didn't have the manual on that and actually sent me the manual, which was awesome. Super random and probably one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. And so now I have a complete inbox, Mech Assault 1 and 2. Didn't even know there was a second one. So that's awesome. Now, Arctic Thunder for the original Xbox. A snowmobile game. Dead to Rights. I vaguely remember playing this, maybe. Let me know, though. Is it worth going back to? It looks alright. Shell Shock NAM 67 for the PlayStation 2. Another tricky game. SSX Tricky. Greatest Hits, this one. I say another one because I've already got a couple tricky games in my collection. And then Xbox Live Starter Kit. This just looks like one of the demo discs that... actually, I have them sitting off screen here. Here's some of my Xbox demo discs. I'll probably just keep these with that one. But yeah, it's just the starter kit to get your original Xbox on Xbox Live. 100 years ago, it feels like. And then World Championship cards for the PlayStation 2. This one's kind of sealed. I mean, that's not why I bought it. I bought it because I don't have it. And I'm trying to get that complete PlayStation 2 collection as fast as possible. I probably won't leave this one sealed, though, just because it's already busted open. And then I've got a stack of 4 GameCube games, which I'm very excited about. If I could have any one collection complete, I've said this 1,000 times, it'd be GameCube. I don't know why. I just love it. I love it, love it. So I'm very excited to add any and all GameCube games to my collection. But 2 of these are complete. The first one being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which of these 4 I'm probably the most excited about. It is complete, but this case is in pretty deplorable condition. Look at that. I'll have to find a replacement case for that one. And then the other one that's complete, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Very happy about that. And this one's in near perfect condition, especially compared to that Ninja Turtle. And then I've got one that's just in a random, nasty-looking GameStop case. SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. And it's just the disc. But I have such a large box full of random empty cases and then stacks of games that are loose discs. And I have that because I shop at the Goodwill bins a lot. And those of you who have been around on this channel, watching this channel for a little while, you probably know this, that I shop at the bins a lot. But at the bins, you can find an infinite number of cases without the games in them. Because that's how probably half the games that come to Goodwill come in without the discs. And I know I have some GameCube SpongeBob games. I don't know if it's this one, but as I said earlier, I'm really far behind in processing stuff, so a week or so from now, I'll be able to dig all those out and see if I don't have the case to put that game in. And then another one, this one is actually a Hollywood rental case. It surfs up, and it is complete other than being a rental case. And I like collecting these cases. I have no problem adding these cases to my collection because they're actual artwork. But look at what GameStop does, or EB Games for my Canadian friends. We got a lot of Canadian people watching. You guys rock. But look how boring this is. And then Hollywood Video, they used to actually make a full-on custom case with more info on the back of the case than the original case ever had. I love these. I love these so much. And then I've got a big old stack of PlayStation 1 games, and we'll fly through these. MLB 2001. Big Game Hunter Ultimate Game Challenge. NASCAR 98. Triple Play 2000. And then these last two PlayStation 1 games I'm very excited about. I'm excited about them because they're blue stickers. And that means that these were on sale today for $1. And now, Goodwill marked them at $10 a piece. And that usually means Goodwill doesn't try to get, at least currently my Goodwills don't try to get like the max amount something's for. I know they're looking stuff up on eBay, but they do try to go a little under it. So I imagine these are probably listed on eBay for like 20 or 25. I don't know. I haven't looked up. They could be worth more. I'll have to look these up later. But Pitfall 3D, Beyond the Jungle, and Asteroids. I doubt either one are super worth anything, but Goodwill thought they were worth $10. And then last we have this stack of N64 games. Gretzky 98 3D Hockey. Cool. NBA Live 2000. All-Star Baseball 99. NHL 99. And then Wallale Country Club, a golf game. I feel like I have to be getting close to getting most of the N64 sports titles out of the way, because pretty much all of my N64 collection, except for maybe 4 or 5 games, are sports. But I'm happy to get them out of the way, get them on the shelf, and then start looking for that good N64 stuff. But guys, what I want you to do is comment below, what was your favorite thing that I bought today? Or what was the weirdest thing? Because I'm telling you, these calamari games, Katamari, not calamari, those games just look weird. I'm going to have to put them in just to see what happens. Maybe comment below what your least favorite thing that I got was. If you're going to say We Fit, unsubscribe, because it's the best thing ever. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Run over to the Discord real quick and join the Discord. I know you've heard me say this a lot, and you may not have really figured out why I want you to so bad, but it's because we do a lot of chatting about what's on these videos, about what you guys are thrifting, etc., etc. There's a whole section over there where people just share pictures of their game room. It's a fun time. Go join. And then also, before you go, make sure to run over to our Twitch page and hit that follow button, because we're streaming regularly now. We're bringing home these games, and we're going live and streaming them. And really what's happening is we're just playing video games like we normally would, like you would. But we go live while we do it and try to share what we're playing and also chat with you guys. Another way to chat more face-to-face about what's going on in the thrifting world, etc., etc. And also, before you go, guys, here on YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And most importantly, hit that bell notification so that when I post these videos in the future, you can come and hang out with us then. And until then, guys, peace out.